Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup, I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing my last haul of 2022, and honestly probably my last haul for a while because your girl is on a low buy. I was about to say no buy, but that might be stretching it, so it's gonna be a low buy. Haven't fully thought it through yet, but honestly I haven't been in the mood to buy makeup anyway, so I'm gonna take the wins where I can. So I'm gonna be doing my Black Friday haul because I did end up buying some things, so more than I expected, more than I should have, but I bought some things, so I thought I would come here and share them with you guys. Quick thought, well, one or two thoughts. First thought, I am coming down with a cold or the flu or something like that, so if my energy seems a little low or off, or if I sound a little weird because I can already tell that my voice is doing things, it's because I am feeling a little bit sick and I am a little drugged up. I got my Theraflu, my emergency, my Zicam, and I'm trying to stay hydrated, so that's where the low energy might be coming from. Secondly, like, I don't show you guys my hauls to make you feel some kind of way, and I know that in my previous Black Friday videos I said that I wasn't, you know, really interested in a lot of things, but I did end up shopping. Like, I knew that I was gonna buy some things and some sales caught me by surprise, so I did end up buying some things. So that being said, let me go ahead and dive into the haul because I've already been 2 minutes into this intro. Oh, in case you were interested, I am wearing one of the products that I picked up in the haul. I'll tell you guys about that when we get to it. And my lips are, of course, Lisa Eldridge Duchess, which, perfection. All right, let's dive into the haul. Okay, lastly, I am filming with a little bit of my ring light today because it is a very gloomy, gray, overcast day. So I don't have a lot of natural light. So I had to, you know, do something to brighten things up. So if the coloring feels a little bit off, that's why. It's because I'm using artificial light, which I don't typically do. Anyways, I'm going to try to do this by brand to keep things kind of together. I will be checking my list to make sure I don't forget anything because I definitely had to keep a list to keep track of all of the orders that I placed. Okay, so this is probably going to be a long one, so grab some snacks, grab a drink, whatever you need to do. And first up, I do want to start with some PR that I received, so not products that I purchased. And, well, it's only one product, but essentially I did get some new fragrances from Dossier. I've talked about Dossier a ton before because it is a really great brand, and it's one that I've purchased on my own. It's one that I've purchased for my siblings as birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, and they sent me some new fragrances to try. They did have a pretty good Black Friday sale going on, and they are currently doing a holiday sale where you can get up to 40% off, like, and the percentage you get off increases based on the amount of products that you get. So the more perfumes or candles or whatever it is you buy, the greater the percentage discount that you get, which I think is pretty, you know, pretty good. So they did send me a couple more fragrances. This one, Musky Musk, is actually one that I did not think, I wasn't sure if I would like it. Like, I do like a little bit of musk, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be really feeling it because it was like musky musk, extra musk. But I decided to give it a try. This is actually inspired by Juliet Has a Gun, which I know is one that a lot of people seem to enjoy. And I understand why now. I think that this is a really nice kind of unisex fragrance. It can be either masculine or feminine. Definitely leans more on the feminine side. But it's also one that I think is very universal in terms of you can wear it for summer, you can wear it for fall. A little bit more on the fall side than the summer side, but it definitely feels like a more year-round fragrance. I like it. This one's dope. And I will say that while I don't have all of the fragrances that Dossier perfumes are inspired by, the ones that I have do smell pretty identical to the original fragrances. I also ended up getting the Chanel No. 5 fragrance. This one I am going to give to my mom. I've had Chanel No. 5 like in the past, and this smells exactly like Chanel No. 5. And Chanel No. 5 is one of those scents that's very, very mature. So it's not one that I gravitate to all the times. You know, when I want to feel like a little rich white lady, I like my Chanel No. 5. It's one that makes me feel a little bit that I would wear for like conferences, like, you know, but it is an older scent. And I don't mean older, but you know what I mean. It definitely is very much more mature and like doesn't feel as fun, but it smells exactly like Chanel No. 5 as I remember it. And my mom would really like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her this fragrance. But I was very pleasantly surprised with how much this smells like the OG fragrance. And that one is called Floral Aldehydes. And then I got one on the kind of like way other side of the spectrum, and that is the Fruity Jasmine, which is inspired by the Dior J'adore perfume, which honestly reminds me of high school. Like, it gives me such high school vibes. Like, it's very young, very fresh. I really like this one, and it may not be the most, you know, fall, winter. So actually, here's the thing. For me, when I wear perfumes or fragrances, I don't really do it for like season. It's just like when I want to make myself feel a certain way. And this does make me feel a little bit happy, a little bit brighter. So I could see myself wearing this in the winter time because the winter blues are real. And this just makes me think of like high school in the Caribbean, which was a good time. It was a vibe. I had a good time in as we call it, secondary school. So yeah, it's so different from the Chanel No. 5, which kind of makes me feel like it's time to go to work. This makes me feel like, okay, I'm still young and fresh and popping, and these knees can do some things. My knees still work, okay? I'm just saying, come carnival time, I will whine low and be on the people them floor, okay? Anyways, and the last one is Floral Violet. And this is inspired by Gucci Bloom. And this is actually kind of like a stereotypical scent that I like. And it's so good. It's so good. It's like very spring. It does have that very floral scent. It makes me feel like life and just like sunshine and like summer is coming. Oh my god, these are so good. Anyways, so they do, like I said, have their holiday sale going on. So if you missed their Black Friday sale and you want to pick up these fragrances, definitely check them out. I will have all of their information linked down below, as well as, you know, more specific details about the sale. I think that this is a really great option. If you don't want to spend $300, $400, $500 on a fragrance, I think that this is a really, really good alternative because they smell great and they last well. I can't tell you how many times I've worn these out and people have asked me what I'm wearing and I'm like, oh girl, it's this scent. Like, I've gotten so many compliments every time I wear my Dossier fragrances, and no one can tell if they're Dossier or if they're the original, you know, scent because it's a smell, it's a fragrance. You can't actually see it, you know? So it's really great for Christmas gifts. These could be stocking stuffers, you know, especially if you're on a budget, which I am on this Christmas. Everyone gets 2 gifts. And they're not going to be any bougie, overly expensive gifts. But this allows you to be bougie on a budget and, you know, give either yourself or somebody a really high-end product without having to pay that ridiculous markup. Because truth be told, I still don't see the value in these expensive-ass perfumes. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. Especially after having used these Dossier fragrances. I can't tell you the last time I bought like a true expensive perfume since I've started using Dossier. And like I said, I purchased a lot of these with my own money. Even though they send me some, a lot of these I buy with my own money because I just like it. And I like the fact that I don't feel a lot of guilt using these perfumes because I will spray it to stay at home. Like, I literally use my perfumes at home because I don't feel like I'm wasting it, which is what I used to feel and what I still feel now when I use some of my more high-end fragrances. It's like, okay, I gotta wear this to a special occasion. So these are very, like, guilt-free for me. All right, so we've gotten that out of the way. Let's dive into all of the products that I bought with my good old hard-earned money. So I want to start off with what I'm actually wearing on my eyes. You guys know I've been in a very, like, neutral, friendly phase. And one of the things that was 100% on my Black Friday wish list was the Vanity Makeup, what is this called? Signature palette. This is the only palette that they have. And this, I remember when this first came out, I was like, really excited about this, but the price of this was just doing too much, and I knew I wasn't gonna pick it up. It honestly was like Pat McGrath prices, and I was like, I don't know who you are. How, like, why are you charging that much for this? It is a neutral eyeshadow palette. It's made in Italy, and I will say that I've used this twice so far, and the shadows are really nice quality. They are absolutely fabulous. It does give, you know, Pat McGrath vibes, and I really enjoy this so far, but it's also just a neutral palette. I can get this same look with like many other palettes that I have in my collection, but I will say that this one's nice. She's cute, so I'm not mad that I have it. This was actually recommended by a friend, and she was right. It definitely is worth it. So with their Black Friday sale, it was 25% off. So I think I paid like $95 or $90 for this. So still honestly pretty up there. But I am glad that I have this in my collection, and this is one that I definitely am going to get a lot of use out of, especially now that I'm in this whole neutral phase, neutral vibe. I think it's a solid palette. Next up are some products that actually weren't on my Black Friday wish list, but they're practical products, so I'm not mad that I veered off of my wish list. So I picked up 3 of the primer slash concealer from Gerard Cosmetics. I've had this in the past, and Gerard, their sale was 51% off, which such a random number, right? So it's 51% off. I've used this in the past. I really enjoy it. This was a recommendation by Marlo Kino, and like I say, a year or 2 back, and I have finished one of these, and I just never repurchased it because I have other primers that I'm going through. But now that I'm almost done with another primer, I thought I would pick up some backups of these because I do think that this was one of the best eye primers that I've tried. So it does come in multiple shades. I picked it up in medium as well as in, well, the shade medium is actually, yeah, it's called medium. So medium and cocoa. So cocoa, this one, that's the deepest shade. And medium is a lot lighter. So I have these 2 shades. I wish there was a shade in between medium and cocoa, because cocoa is a little bit too dark, medium is a little bit too white and stark. I will frankly probably end up mixing both of these to get my perfect eye base shade, but glad to have these in my collection, especially at 51% off. The next 2 products that I picked up were honestly off of you guys' recommendation, and I did decide to go ahead and pick up the Scooby-Doo palettes. Glamlite was doing 40% off. Honestly, I probably could have waited on this because the truth is that Glamlite does 40% off pretty regularly, so this wasn't a very, very special Black Friday sale. But I decided to pick this up because I was hemming and hawing on this because I had heard a lot of creators say that they did not really love this, that it was pretty dark, but all them creators was a lot lighter than me. And hearing a bunch of white people say that they didn't like the palette, I was just like, okay, but, you know, I'm really dark, so I might like it. And I have a lot of, you know, you guys that follow me that are much deeper in complexion, you know, like tan, medium, deep. And you all said that you tried the palettes and you loved it. So I decided to pick it off of you guys' recommendation because your skin tone, a lot of you guys that said that you liked it, your skin tone much closer aligns with mine than the creators that reviewed this. So I ended up getting both palettes, and this first one here is Creeps and Crawls. So these are all 10 shade palettes, and one of the things Glamlite did say when they released this is that it's a new formula, and I don't know. Like, I feel like I didn't feel anything significantly different from it. It felt good, I will say that, but I don't know if it was like significantly different where I was like, ooh, this is completely new and revolutionary and so different from their last one. I also don't have a ton of Glamlite palettes, so comparing, you know, I don't have much to compare it to. I will say these are a lot less squishy than the ones that I have, because the ones in the wine, well, the drinks collection, the happy hour collection. That one, the shimmers were a lot less squishy and emollient, which I guess would not be the best for people with oily eyelids because it breaks down faster. So I can see this one being better for people that did not like that more emollient formula. Okay, sorry, I had to talk that through. But as you can see, it is definitely a much deeper, richer palette, but I think that these are all really, really beautiful shades, and it makes sense with the theme of the palettes, right? So this is the Creeps and Crawls, and then we have the Rephr Raggy. I used to love Scooby-Doo. Seriously, it was such a good series. And this one, it has lighter shimmers, but it's still, you can see the mattes here are pretty deep. One of the things that in using it, I've only used this one so far, but having both of these in front of me, I do think that there is some redundancy in some of these shades. So, and I didn't quite notice it until I got both of these and I had them in front of me. Like this deep purple shade, this deep purple matte shade here, I want, you know, like there's a deep purple matte here as well, and I'm like, okay, that's a little bit redundant. Then we have these 3 purple mattes and then another purple matte here. These 3 shades are kind of close if we're being very honest, and even these 2 green shades are a little bit on the close end. So I think that there is, and then we have this matte here and this matte here. While they are different, they are on the close end. So I don't know if you need both of these, to be quite honest, and I haven't played with this one at all. Siri, ain't nobody ask you nothing. I haven't played with this one at all, and to be quite honest, I'm saying this having not swatched and compared these, but just by looking at them, it did look like there was some similarities between both of these palettes. But the formula was nice when I tried it. The pigmentation, chef's kiss. So good job, Glamlite, on that. I think that they are a really nice indie brand, and on the more affordable side when it comes to indie brands. Both of these palettes are $20. You get 10 shades, and honestly, the way some of these prices are looking like now, this is the best you're gonna get in terms of pricing, because these brands have lost their mind. And you know, Patricia had to make an appearance. She was actually one of the first brands that I shopped during the sale, because Pat McGrath's sale started relatively early, which she's been doing for the last couple of years, and she was offering up to 40% off, which I don't know what the hell is going on in Patricia's camp, but things don't seem to be looking right. Anyways, so I decided that I was going to go ahead and place an order, even though I pretty much have everything Pat has, but there were some things that I was missing from my collection that I wanted. So I first decided to get the Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter. This is the new one that just came out. It's Venusia Nude. So standard black packaging. You get that real gorgeous Pat McGrath logo, and this is the highlighter with the heart that is raised, so there is definitely some texture to this. Like, oh my god, this is stunning. And then I decided to pick up the 2 blush palettes from her collection, which I went back and forth on this and hemmed and hawed on this, because there are some repeat shades in this. But when I think about my Pat McGrath blushes, what I realize is that I use her trios way more than I use her single blushes. And in terms of blushes, what I've come to realize about myself is that me personally, I prefer to have blush palettes than single blushes. I like having a palette with like 6 blushes, 4 blushes, and then I can pick and choose and even mix blushes together, because I've been doing that a lot lately. Versus just having to pick one, you know, like having a set of these single blushes. I find these a lot easier to travel, a lot easier to store in my everyday makeup drawer as well. That allows me to use multiple colors without having to dip into multiple single blushes. So because, you know, I've come to realize that's just kind of how I like things, I decided, you know, go ahead, pick up the holiday blush palettes, because it was a pretty good sale, you know, like real decent sale. So this one is Nude Venus. So you get 4 blushes: Desert Orchid, Nude Venus, Divine Rose 3, Paradise Venus, and Sunset Nectar. I think the giant highlighter is unnecessary, but it's also, like I said, great for travel. I travel with my trios so much because you get 2 blushes and a highlighter, and the highlighter is usually a really decent color that could work with any eye look or any look that you're going for. So, and I believe that's the lighter one, and then this is the deeper one in pink. It is Divine Rose, and these shades are a lot more vibrant, a lot more rich. You have Desert Orchid 2, Divine Rose, Peony Rose, Electric Bloom, and Nude Nectar. So, looking forward to, you know, trying these, traveling with these. I think that if you are looking to try Pat's blushes, just get one of these instead of buying the single blushes, in my opinion. And then the last thing that I picked up from Pat was actually a piece of merch. Like I said, I have pretty much everything from Pat. So I like shimmied myself over to her merch page to see what was on there. And it seemed that she had restocked a bunch of like her merch. And it's pretty much like a t-shirt, hoodie, sweater, a notebook, posters, that kind of stuff. So I decided to get one of these sweaters. And honestly, this shit is gorgeous. So freaking pretty. I'm gonna have to sit back so you guys can really see this. But I decided to get one of these sweaters. This is in a size large. It has the little eye logo here and then the 001. My fiance says it makes me look like a prisoner, which honestly, once he said it, I couldn't unsee it. Like, you see, it looks like your little this is your prison number. It's really funny. But anyway, then you have Pat McGrath Labs down the side of the arm. And in the back, you have the big eye and, you know, like her use without caution and all the other stuff here. And I really like this. I'm kind of tempted to buy another one. Even when you look in the inside, it has Pat McGrath's logo and the details on how to wash. I think this is really high quality. I love the gold. This is one that you have to be careful when you wash it. Like, you know, just be careful. You can't just throw this in the dryer. You have to, you know, let this air dry because you can really mess up the printing on this. But this is so cute, and I'm real happy that I have this one. And I might pick up another one now that, you know, it's on sale still. She's doing 35% off for her holiday sale. I'm like, Patricia, these sales, sis, every day for the last 3 months. I don't know. If y'all know what's going on in Pat Camp, let me know because I'm hella curious and a little bit concerned. I did end up making a purchase from Fenty, but I don't know what the other 3 pieces are. But I bought the Fenty Glossy Posse holiday kit that comes out. Every year, Rihanna releases a holiday kit with her lip gloss. Usually it's like the minis of it, and I've bought it pretty much every year because they end up going on sale all the time. And I definitely used 2 out of the 3. This year was 3 full-size glosses. 1 in the heat formula, 1 in the cream formula, and then 1 in the original formula. This is the only one I could find next to me right now. The other 2 are definitely in places somewhere. And I think this one is really cute. It's a nice, like, holiday shimmer kind of vibe, which I think is gorgeous. I haven't used this yet, though. Y'all know what I'm about to do because I think this is cute with this lip. So let me put this over this one. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Okay. Yes. So I bought that trio. Why did I say trio? I bought that trio. I honestly can't remember how much it cost, but it went on sale. Those go on sale every year, so I definitely don't recommend that you pick it up at full price because at some point it's gonna go on sale and you can get it for pretty cheap. But I thought it's a good value even at full price with the 3 full products. But if you can get it on sale, you know, even better. Next up, I did place an order with Vanity Cosmetics. I told you guys that I was going to buy the tumbler, which you've seen in previous videos. So I did end up buying the tumbler. I bought it in the lavender color. I do want to get it in pink because I just think that the pink is super cute and it would match my self-stirring coffee mug. So I probably will end up getting it in pink at some point. But I think this lavender color is so pretty. It's so darn cute. So I bought the mug. This is the tumbler in the 22-ounce version. And then I also bought a set of the Blend Bunny brushes. Now these are all blending brushes. And I've heard so many of my friends on here say that these are great, especially if you have hooded eyelids. So you do get a set of 4 brushes. And as you can see, they come in various sizes. And I think that these are really good for precision work. So if you want to do more intricate designs, which is honestly what I've seen most people do with Blend Bunny, is that they get those really artistic designs that I'm just not good at. But I think that this is a good way for me to practice because these are really detailed blending brushes that feel very soft. So I'm really excited by this. And it also came with this little brush set, so a little pencil case to store everything in. That honestly I didn't know it was coming in because it's not on the website that the brushes come in a brush case, but it does, and it has a little Blend Bunny logo on the case as well. And I was like, oh, this is dope. So I'm probably going to be using this in the future to, you know, store my eye brushes when I travel because this is actually really small, compact, and cute. I then also placed an order with Shop Miss A. Not super exciting, honestly. Not exciting at all, but I bought some more sponges. You guys know the Paw sponge is my absolute favorite sponge of all time. Shop Miss A had 25% off, you guys. 25% off. Everything at Shop Miss A is already $1, at most $1.55. So 25% off on top of that. Listen. So I bought some new sponges. I do need to replace most of the sponges that I've been using for the past 2-ish months because you're supposed to replace your sponges every 3 months. So the pack comes with 6. So I've got 3 of the Paw sponges, and I actually gave 1 pack to my mom. And then I decided to try out the Moochie sponges. This is a different, not formula, but basically a different type of sponge. And I don't think I've tried this one before. It feels really soft through the pack. So I want to try this one and then compare it to the Paw sponges and see if I prefer one over the other. So 3 new packs of sponges. These are going to last me a very long time. And I already have more in my backup drawer as well. So I don't need I don't need a single sponge in 2023. I'm saying that now so that future Jamila knows don't buy any sponges in 2023. Okay? Okay, next let's go to Macy's. I placed 1 order on Macy's. And This was actually inspired because Beauty Deals BFF posted about it. And this is the Nam Vo Glow box. And this ended up going on sale. So the box itself retailed for $59. It's just a compilation of a bunch of different things. And this retails for $59. And then I think it had like a 15% off on top of it. Either way, I paid $41, I believe, for this. And I bought this entirely for the Good Molecules. I'm sorry, the Sunday Riley Good Genes Lactic Acid. Because this comes with a full size of that lactic acid, which retails for $86. Which, honestly, I think I filmed a empties videos and I talked about this, and I don't think it's up yet, but it might be up before this one, I don't know. But this is probably the only expensive skincare product that I would recommend because this works so well. My skin loves this. My skin looks supple and gorgeous in the morning when I use this. And the fact that this comes with a bunch of other things and I paid $40-something and this alone retails for $89. Listen, that's the entire reason I bought this. It is so good. So in addition to the Good Molecules, the Sunday Riley Good Genes thing, it comes with a full size of the Cookie Highlighter from Benefit, which I will probably end up giving away. Just a basic, really light highlighter. A deluxe size of the LYS Cleansing Balm. I've never tried this one before, but you can never have too much cleansing balms because if you wear as much makeup as I do, you always need like a cleansing balm or cleansing oil for your pre-cleanse. There are 2 nude sticks, which I guess these are like cheek colors, so blushes. So you have 2 little deluxe nude sticks, a Peter Thomas Ross enzyme mask, and then a Lancome Juicy Tube. This is like old school lip gloss. I've used this before. Don't like it. It's kind of sticky. But it felt very old school, you know, like secondary school kind of juicy tubes. Yeah, that's what it felt like. But yeah, this was actually pretty decent for $40-something. And honestly, I bought it just for that Good Genes thing, so it was really worth it to me. And I got this free makeup bag with it, which I'm just going to give to my mom. Because if you watched my gift guide video, you know that I don't like covered bags when I travel. I prefer like clear bags so I can see what's in them. Okay, next let's go to Rephr. This was actually a last minute order because I was watching Queer Bones November favorites and fails and that inspired me to place this order. I had zero intentions of buying it and I didn't buy any brushes, so I'm very, very proud of me. So if you shopped Rephr, you know that Rephr was doing 50% off the entire website, as well as they had like brush sets that I think were honestly probably a little bit higher. So they had a really amazing sale. Like their sale was bomb.com. But I actually purchased skincare from them. Now I've talked about their light hydration cream before. The first version that they released, I really, really enjoyed it. And they've actually come up with a version 2.0. So I decided to get the entire Rephr skincare collection. Just to give everything a try, to be honest. I really only went there for one cream, but I ended up picking up everything. Plus I got like a $5 off coupon for some reason. So it worked out to be a good price. Now I'm going to compare this to the original cream because I really like that original one. So they've reformulated a little bit, I believe, based on the feedback that they got from that original cream because they were giving it away for free. I don't know how their business models work. They were giving away that original cream for free and then you just had to give feedback, and based on the feedback they created this 2.0. So I'm going to try this one out and I'll let you guys know. It still has niacinamide, it has squalene, dimethicone. So we'll see how my skin reacts to this one because I really enjoyed this. It definitely was more of a summer cream for me. Oh, this is cool. And it has one of these little things that you put on the edge of the tube and you roll it down to get the product out. That wasn't in the first one. So moving on up. And I believe this retails for $26, but with the sale it was $13, which decent price. And The reason why I placed this Rephr order in the first place was for this intense hydration cream. I've been experiencing a lot of dry patches lately, and we are just getting into winter, which means that my skin is only going to get worse from here because I do get really, really dry in the winter. I have a humidifier and all that other stuff, but my skin does just get really dry because of the acne products and, you know, the forced heat and all of that. So Quaverlins actually said that this was really good. It has shea butter. It's very, very thick. So I purchased this so I could use this as my night cream because I'm hoping that I can wear this at night and it really does help hydrate my face overnight so that when I wake up in the morning, I don't have as much dry patches or any dry patches at all, because that's where I've been experiencing a lot of the issues, is that my face, and like when I wake up, when I sleep and I wake up, I'm just dry, like like just dry, straight dry, y'all. So to avoid having to like lather in Vaseline, I've been on the hunt for a moisturizer that's gonna wait. So this has 20% shea butter. It also has niacinamide, which you guys know my skin loves niacinamide. So I'm excited to try this, and it is fragrance free and essential oil free. So this should be really, really nice product. This is cool, and it does also come with that little turn down thing. And this is metal, you guys. Like, damn. Yeah, is this metal? Yeah, it's steel. It's stainless steel. So this is supposed to help squeeze all that product out. That is kind of cool. And by, you know, using that, it helps you get all of the product out, so you're not wasting any product at all. That is dope. Then the next part of this skincare is the gentle cleanser. So this is green tea, aloe, and hyaluronic acid. Ooh. I love how sturdy this packaging is. Wow. So you do get 8.5 fluid ounces. Comes with this little metal cap, and they actually, with the cleanser, you get a dispensing pump. So this can live on your bathroom, and it is very, very luxe, very sleek. I like this. This is nice. And if I'm not mistaken, with this, you can actually purchase the refill alone. So you don't need to keep buying the pump. You can just buy the refill, which I think is really nice and conscious about the environment. And then the last piece from this skincare line is the rebalancing essence. Now, I don't use a ton of essences. I don't use any essence, really. I typically will use a toner, and then I go in with my serums. I did purchase the Mcgrath Rose Essence thing, but I haven't really started using it yet. But this one does come with glycerin, niacinamide, meadow foam seed oil, panthenol, betaine, and allotin. What? Yeah, I guess that's what it's called. But yeah, so also comes in very, very nice packaging. Oh, nice. The expiration date is on the bottom of this. It might be on the other one as well. And this one did also come with a pump. So I like that they thought about how nice these could be to display on your like bathroom setup. So really cool. And also fragrance free and essential oil free. So I am looking forward to trying this. You know, I'm a skincare snub. I love my Good Molecules, but I really enjoy trying new skincare. And this is giving me Good Molecules vibes in that it's just simple but effective. So we will see. And hopefully they come out with like serums and all that other stuff next, because I'm excited. It's definitely a little bit more expensive than Good Molecules, so I would definitely say if you're on a budget, stick with the Good Molecules, but so far not bad. Okay, next up, I did place an order with Kosas. Wasn't originally going to, because I think they were only offering, what, 20, maybe 25% off, which honestly is a joke. Let's just say, for Black Friday, it's a joke. But I wanted to try these two products specifically, so I just went ahead and bought it. So I picked up the Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. This is in the shade 8 Warm, which I think is going to be a good shade for me. And then I also picked up the bronzer in the shade Warm Dark Bronze. This is one that I've been dying to try because the formula on this is very interesting. It's kind of like that baked formula, which I think is going to be real pretty. So we'll see how this goes. I think this is just going to be kind of like nice. And this one does have a little bit of sparkle in there. Well, not sparkle, but it does have a little bit of glow to it. So I think it's going to be a nice bronzer that I can put on top of like either matte bronzers, or if I'm just feeling a little bit, you know, shimmery. Not shimmery, but just I want something that's going to be glowy and not just a matte flat bronzer. Okay, next up, LYS. So I placed a small LYS order, and it came in that big box because the first thing that I picked up, well, not the first thing, but one of the things that I picked up was actually another piece of merch. And I picked up the LYS sweater. No, well, hoodie. So this has Confident on it. It's a basic black hoodie. There's nothing on the back. And I just wore this recently to my last work trip because when I travel, once I'm at the airport, these are, you know, I'm going in a hoodie to the airport. I'm not, that's what you're going to find me in. I'm not doing anything extra. And this is honestly not the best quality sweater. Like, so it's definitely not the best quality hoodie. No, this is just a basic Gildan hoodie. You can buy the Gildan hoodies or the Gildan sweaters or whatever in bulk, and it's what, like, I mean, by itself I think it's like $10 for this, and then you just get the print on this. And I can't remember how much this was selling for, but it's not the most comfortable hoodie, and it's definitely not the best quality. I have had some fraying on it, and I've only worn this once, so it's meh. And I'm honestly a little bit scared to see how this is gonna hold up in the wash. Like, you can already see like the thread is like fraying, so we gonna see. But y'all know LYS was doing 40% off, so I think for the 40% off it probably makes sense. Let me check what the actual price they charging for this is though. Okay, so the original price of this is $38. It was on sale for $25, and then I got 40% off on top of that. So I think at that price, yes, absolutely. But $38 might be a stretch for this hoodie. Anyway, aside from the hoodie, I did get some makeup. Not a lot, but I decided to pick up the foundation again. I've had this foundation before. I've emptied this foundation before, and I was very surprised by how quickly I emptied it. And I really like it. It's a nice foundation, definitely on the more glowy, hydrating end. Because we are in winter, I feel like this is actually going to be one that I reach for a lot more often right now. So I picked it up in my shade, which is DN3. Then I picked up the concealer. Did I? No, I did not pick up the concealer. Did not. Then I picked up the cream bronzer in the shade Strength. I already have the bronzer in the powder formula, so I wanted to try out this cream one, and this has been sold out for so long, so I'm really glad that I was able to get this when they restocked. And then lastly, I picked up their Glow and Hydrate serum with vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. So this is a hyaluronic acid serum. I did try this on the back of my hand, and it feels really nice. It actually sinks into the skin really well, and honestly feels a little bit matte on the skin, which was kind of confusing because usually a hyaluronic acid definitely feels a little bit more hydrating. So I'm gonna have to try this. This might be a nice one to use on the makeup without really disturbing anything, and with it sinking into the skin really nicely. So yeah, that was the 3 products plus the hoodie that I picked up from LYS. Okay, I have to go back to Shop Macy because I did pick up some other stuff that was just in another bag. So I picked up their tinted brow soap thing because I kind of want to try the brow soap trend. We're going to see how that works. I don't know if I'm going to love it, but I wanted to get the tinted one because I do need to fill in my brows. So hopefully that will give it a little bit of color as I try that. And then just some practical pieces here. I picked up some brush soaps. So these are $1.25 because they're parts of that purple line, and the $1.55 and the 55 cents goes to charity. So I picked up some of these because I'd run out of these. They're pretty textured soaps, so it helps when you like run your brush over it to clean the bristles really nicely. And lastly, I picked up some of their E121 brush. These are really nice. That I've used these to like highlight my brow bone, and they're also really good if you want to use them to carve out your brushes. So I picked up 3 of these because I have one that I'm already using that I really enjoy. And these are $1 by itself. So what's 75 cents? Yeah, with 25% off, I paid 75 cents each for these. Don't sleep on Shop Macy, y'all. Okay. Before we get into the last couple of things, I did pick up the Cosmic Brushes palette, but it got lost. USPS has no idea where my package is. The brand is supposed to be sending me a new one, so hopefully that will get here sometime soon. but it was a part of it. I think they were doing 25% off, so I got a pretty nice discount on that after trying to get it for so very long. Like, getting that restocked was a journey and a half. Anyways, next I placed 2 orders with Ulta. The first one was to pick up 2 palettes. I went ahead and just grabbed the Black Magic Carnival palette from Oma Beauty. Since their Freedom palette, I've pretty much snapped up all of their palettes because honestly, it's just that good quality-wise. And look at this color story. Isn't it so gorgeous? And this one is inspired by Carnival. I am a trainee, so you know, we don't play when it comes to Carnival. And when you look at the names, so much fun. So the first shade is Trinidad. Then we have Mardi Gras, Barbados, Oruro, Notting Hill, Rio, Bahia, Tenerife, Mazatlan, Barranquilla. So basically all the places where you can find Carnival is in this palette, and I think that is just so dope. And when you look at the Oma Beauty palettes, each one has like writing on it that kind of talks to the name of the palette. So up top it has Carnival, and then it defines what Carnival is. So it says Carnival, noun, a season of merrymaking. And then on the bottom part of the palette it says, I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my fabulousness. Ain't that the truth? So I am really looking forward to trying this. And this is made in Italy. I didn't realize that these Oma Beauty palettes were made in Italy. So if y'all want some high quality Italian shadows at honestly a pretty reasonable price, because y'all know how much Patricia and Natasha charges. So check out Oma Beauty. And speaking of high quality Italian shadows at a reasonable price, I finally picked up the Nabla Read My Mind palette. When I saw this, I thought it was really interesting because I thought the packaging was really cute and the layout of this palette was different. But I didn't pick it up because I wanted to get it on sale, and this was, I believe, 30% off. So I snagged it, and it's neutral, which is kind of where my mind has been leaning lately. So I am very excited to have this. It's smaller than I expected it to be, but I think perfectly sized, to be quite honest. And it comes in quads, so it's already kind of rearranged the way that you need it to be. So you have like the rose, and then you have the rose. This is an all matte kind of neutral greenish quad. This is a little bit on the cool tone side, and this is more on the bronzy side. And you can go row by row as well, so you can really pick and choose if you want to use the quads or if you want to use the row. And you guys know I love the Nabla formula, so I'm excited to add this to my collection of Nabla palettes. Then, I don't know what happened, but, you know, Ulta does a lot of free gifts with purchase things. So, I, like, placed an order and got a bunch of free gifts. I'm just going to show you guys all of it. So, I went ahead and picked up the Good Molecules Glycolic Acid Toner. I do have the Good, So I went ahead and picked up the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid Toner. I do have the Good Molecules one that I'm using right now, but that one is only about 4% glycolic acid. This one is 7%, and my skin just prefers the higher percentage. So I decided to go ahead and get the Ordinary because I've used this in the past. I've really enjoyed it, and I think my skin just reacts better to this one. Then I picked up the Lancome Skin Feels Good tinted skin tint, right? So this is in the shade Sunny Amber, which honestly might be too dark for me, so we're gonna have to try this as soon as possible, because if this is too dark, I need to return it. So I picked this up. This retails for $38, and everything I'm gonna show you after this I got for free. So I picked up that skin tint, and then I got this gift set from Viktor Rolf. So it comes, Jesus, dropping everything. So it comes with a little deluxe size of the fragrance, and then you get a deluxe size of the body lotion and a body wash. And I love that. Oh, there's something else in here. What else is in here? Y'all, sorry, I got 2 body creams and a body lotion, and then a deluxe size of the fragrance. And isn't this just so cool? Like, it's a really cute gift. You can actually just give it to somebody. They have a to from thing on there. But that was a free gift that I got for purchasing that Lancome skin tint. Then I got this free gift from Hourglass, and it came with a deluxe size of, I believe this is their primer. Yes, it's their airbrush primer, which I believe I've heard folks with oily skin seem to like, and a deluxe size of the mascara, as well as the veil powder. Then I got this Peach and Lily serum. This is a full-size product for free. This, I believe, retails for $38. So it's the value of the skin tint that I showed you guys. So I got the Peach and Lily serum for free. Then I got this Peach and Lily cleansing gel for free. Also full size, and I believe this retails for $28. And then lastly, I got this Lancome holiday gift set for free. So it comes in this like really cute festive clay bag, which you can also use to regift. You get a little deluxe size of the Lancome Idole perfume. There's a deluxe size of the body lotion and a deluxe size of the body wash. And that's it. That's like all, like, you guys see how much free stuff I got with this? Like, for the love of... This is how you do free gifts. I don't know what Sephora be doing, but it's annoying. And I forgot to show this one, but I did get a deluxe size of the Oma Beauty mascara with the Oma Beauty palette that I purchased from Ulta. Ulta knows how to do free gifts, just saying. Okay, and then my last order that I placed that I want to show you guys is from Beautylish. I actually placed 2 orders with Beautylish, so I have 2 boxes from them. So, first and foremost, I ended up purchasing 2 more of the orange brush sets from the Beautylish brand, which is called Units. Comes really nicely wrapped, giving Sonia G vibes. So I decided to get the eye brush set. I don't need the face brushes because I didn't really love those. So I picked up the eye brush set. And because I bought 2 of them, each set came with a clay bag. When I talked to you guys about clay bags that I like to travel with, these were the ones that I'm referring to that I actually already have. So I have 2 of these already. So I may just gift this to my siblings or something. And like I said, I purchased 2 of these orange sets. One of them is actually duty because I took it to my work trip. So I have 2 clay bags. Y'all, I don't need this much clay bags. And the thing about the orange brush sets is that they do a bundle where you get the brush set, these clear bags, as well as 2 black eyeliners. So 1 for each set, right? So you get the pot liner. So I have 2 of these already from the 2 previous brush sets that I have. But you get a pot liner. I don't typically use pot liners, so I've never actually used this. But I have 2 of them from that set. And they also just gifted me this loose setting powder from the same brand in translucent. And y'all, this thing is white as can be, so I'm gonna have to give that away because I'm not about to be here looking casket ready, which I know that is going to do. It's gonna give me major like flashback, and I'm just gonna look crazy with that white powder. So not gonna keep that. So I'm gonna have to figure out who to give that to. But those Units eye brushes are really nice, you guys, especially that orange one. I've never tried anything else from them in terms of brushes, but they do have other ones that are like in regular black handles, but I like that one. And then lastly, I got some Good Molecules. I went back and forth between buying from Beautylish versus buying from Good Molecules. They had the exact same sale, so honestly it didn't matter where I decided to buy it from. But with Beautylish I get points, so I just decided to go there. I first picked up their discoloration correcting body treatment. I don't really have any discoloration on my body, but I have mentioned before that I used to get acne and, you know, acne on my chest and back. So I do have some discoloration on my back, so hopefully this will help, you know, really clear everything up there. Then I picked up the, well, no, this was actually a free gift with this purchase. It's this Ultra Facial Hydrating Oil. Ultra Hydrating Facial Oil, that's what it's called, Lord Father. I picked up my Holy Grail, the Niacinamide Toner. You've seen this so many times. I've talked about this ad nauseum at this point. This is the best thing Good Molecules has ever created. And my skin just looks so good with it. I picked up 2 of the exfoliating powders. I don't like how this smells, but honestly, it's so effective that I'm willing to look past the smell because it's a wash-off treatment. But this is actually a really nice product if you want to do a physical exfoliant. I like the chemical exfoliants, which is why I do the glycolic acid on my face. But every now and then when I have, you know, you need to do a physical exfoliant, especially when I have dry patches. The physical exfoliant helps me to get rid of all of those. So the Good Molecules powder is the only thing that has been gentle enough where I'm able to exfoliate my face without really damaging it. So I decided to pick this one up because honestly it's amazeballs. I picked up 2 of it because it's so good. I've tried the Dermalogica one, which is honestly like 3 times as expensive and also 3 times as harsh. So good molecules for the win. And then lastly, I picked up their sunscreen. This is a new product from the brand. It came out this year. And from what I've seen, it doesn't leave like a white cast. It works on all skin tones. So I have picked it up to try that for myself. And it doesn't, from what I've seen in their ads, it's not oily, which is what often happens with a lot of sunscreens as well. So I really wanted to try this for myself. You should be wearing your sunscreen. The sun ages you more than anything else. So that's it. All right, I am looking at this little timer thing and it says I've been filming for 1 hour and 9 minutes. Jesus be offense. But that is it, you guys. That is my entire haul. I hope you enjoyed seeing today's video. Like I said, this is my last haul for the year. This is my last haul for a very long time. So that's it. And you will definitely see some of these products in future videos as well as in like speed reviews or whatever. I'll be talking about a lot of these going forward. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so and you really enjoyed this and want to see more content from me. As always, I love you guys. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!